Hi guys, it's Emily from Novel Novels and welcome to today's video. This is the Garbugust Trashy book tag. Now, I know it's not Garbugust now, I know it's September, but you know me, I am always late on doing tags because I always have a million videos already planned. So, I was tagged to do this by one of the co-hosts of Garbugust, which is the lovely Alice from Alice's Giant Bookshelf. If you've not checked her out, why? She is one of my booktube best friends and I love her dearly. She doesn't do soppy, but seriously, she's amazing. She was one of the co-hosts of Garbugust and it was apparently a very fun month, and I think it's one that if they do it next year, I will do it. But before I do much more, before I forget actually, this tag was created by Criminally, which is a channel I will link below. I will link Alice's video with the prompts down below, because I know I'm awful. I know that I should write their prompts down, and me and my darling sister have had this debate several times, but I'm a busy person. I've got stacks of work to do at the moment. So what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm linking Criminally's channel, I'm linking Alice's channel, and I'm linking Alice's video that's got the prompts on them. Although I'm tempted to link Criminally's. But anyway, I think I'll link Alice's video with the book thingy on because it'll be easiest to find. But before I do anything else, I would like to do a disclaimer, because I do not want to get shot in the foot by anyone watching this blooming video. I think this video is going to be a right laugh to do, and I am taking it in the humour. So please do this in the humour, because Trashy Books is, I think Jack had a really great video. Jack from Spread Book Joy, who I'll link down below as well actually. She did a great video on the Trashy Books things and what people deem as trashy and how to sort of like thingy, because one person's nectar could be another person's trash. So it's like, so what I deem as trashy is completely different to what other people deem as trashy. Now, according to my darling sister Charlie from Charlie Brooke, I will get you back. Just wait at the end of this video, Charlie. What I read is a lot of what I read is trashy. But for me, I find that really hard to sort of class, because like, I love what I read and it's not trashy to me, but it may be trashy to other people. And I sort of think there's loads of things that could be deemed as trashy. So we've seen some fantasy could be deemed as trashy. We've got a lot of my romances could be deemed as trashy. But I couldn't think of specific answers for what I deem as trashy. And I'm not gonna, like, when I say something is trashy, please don't think that I'm putting down something you love, because I never am. It's just what my interpretation, and everyone is free for their own interpretations. Like I said, Charlie said that I was a trashy booktuber. I read trashy books, but as sisters, we're allowed to debate that. But I think that's a very big issue, and that could go into a very long video. And unlike Jack, I'm not great with my words. I will always say the wrong thing, and I am sorry if I ever offend anyone. Getting brain and mouth to engage doesn't always happen very easily, so I will not try and word it right, but I will say check Jack's channel out, because she did a great video on it. But that's enough rambling, let's get with the prompts. So, prompt number 1. Trashy books are often dismissed by the critics. What's a book that that's regarded as trash, but you think is has artistic merit? This is actually quite easy for me, because apparently the Why Mummy series is trash. And I think, as a mum, it was a series of books that made me feel seen and was really good fun. And it's deemed as trash, but in a funny kind of way. I love the humour in it. My kids regularly make me drink. They regularly make me swear, which is the next book. And they regularly make me do all of the things that this mum does in these books, because that's the joys of motherhood. And I swear and I do all the things that a mum shouldn't do. That's what makes this book hilarious, and it is such a funny book and a funny series. One I will be reading next year, actually. That's one of the hints for the series I'm reading next year. But yeah, this could be deemed as trashy, but as a mum, it's a great way of being seen, and it's the writing in this is brilliant, and it's a really good series to read. Number 2, critics often love books with extreme or challenging content. Which critically praised book did you think was trash? The Essex Serpent. That can be deemed as very artistic and like the supernatural. There's some sort of fantasy elements within the historical fiction, and I found it a pile of boring poo-poo-ness. So it wasn't for me. But that is just me. Like I said, A lot of other people loved The Essex Serpent. I just didn't get it. Didn't get the author's work. And it was artistic claimed as amazing. It was just me. Or there's another one, actually, which is a book I bought at full price. And that's The Portrayals by Bridget Collins. Yeah, I bought that full price and it was not the best for me. It just went way over my head and it was like, nah. But I've kept it because I spent like 20 quid on it. So it's like, yeah, I've got to keep it. Number 3, not everyone approves of trashy books. What's a book you wouldn't read in public? Oh, that was an easy one. 50 Shades of Grey. By the way, please bear with me on this. I read the 50 Shades series before I joined BookTube. And it is saucy and rude and the most, yeah. I was going to read the next series that's written on the behalf of the bloke, but I thought that was even too trashy and I'm not. Yeah, I couldn't put that on my videos, so I'm not going to read it. And I don't think, looking at what I class as good reading now, looking back, I can't believe I loved it. So, yeah, that's quite funny. Right, this one's a weird prompt. Books about serial killers are almost always trashy. What animal would you least likely to be attacked by? I thought hippo, because you'd be attacked in the water. Hippos look like they're really kind and lovely, and apparently they're buggers, because apparently they will eat you to pieces and munch you. So the idea of going into water, which I can't swim, and getting eaten by a hippo, don't know why, that was a random one. I thought, yeah, I don't want to be eaten by anything in the water. Because the idea of suffocating as well as being eaten, and oh, yeah. No, I don't want to be attacked or eaten, but yeah, that would not be a good zone for me. Right, trashy books often flourish in specific genres. What's your favourite trashy subgenre? And I am actually going to well and truly admit to this. It is romantic comedy. So many romance books that have bits in it that make them laugh are funny. I think Red, White and Royal Blue, that was quite funny. That's a YA, like contemporary romance, and that had so many funny bits in it. And if it's deemed as trashy, I don't care. I love books that make me laugh. I love romantic comedies. They make me giggle. And if they are my trashy subgenres, I am not afraid of that. Because who doesn't like books that will make them laugh and make them smile? And yeah, I do love, actually, that is probably my go-to is romance comedy, romantic comedies. They are just what I need. They are my candy. They are, yeah, that's something actually when I looked into it, they are my brain candy. They are my book candy because they are the sweetest things that make me laugh and they're easy to read when I feel like crap. So, yes, romantic comedies. Right. Now, don't charge me on the next one. Famous people love to milk their fame by publishing books. Which celebrity would you like to read a trashy novel by? Apparently, don't judge me for this, right? I am a massive Take That fan. I loved Take That was growing up. I've got all their albums on my phone. I listen to them when I need something easy, something fun, something silly. And Gary Barlow's written a few books. He's got a new book out and I felt ashamed because I nearly bought it in the charity shop when I went out with the guys and something stopped me. I think it was the fact that it is deemed as trashy and I felt ashamed, but I kind of want to read it because I've got one of Gary Barlow's other books upstairs, which I read before BookTube again. Loved it. Not afraid to say it. Yeah, I'm afraid to say it, but yeah. And then apparently Anton Dubek, who's a great publisher, he writes historically fiction, like wartimey, romancy books, but apparently they're trashy, but I don't think they are. But Anton Dubek's someone I love. His sense of humour is great, and I read the second in the series, so I've got the first and the third I'm going to read over the winter period because they're just kind of Christmassy books. So yeah, apparently that's deemed as trashy, but I wouldn't have thought Anton Dubek, but correct me if I'm wrong there. Okay. Number 7, trashy books have the best covers. Which book on your shelves has the trashiest cover? I am not going to, I couldn't think of this, but I think this is a trashy subgenre in the fact it's a romantic comedy. It's a book I've only just read. This is quite sort of trashy, but quite fun romance. It's like this idea of the honeymoon and the cheeky litty, very contemporary kind of, I think it looks like a really pretty cover. Still a book I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep or not. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. Trashy books often contain adult themes. What books did you read before you were old enough to? I'm too old to really think about this because I can't remember that far. But I think I may have read some Mills and Boons. I think they might have been like around my sort of time and era, and I think I may have nabbed one somewhere and read it. Probably read something that had sort of sexy stuff in it before I should have read. No idea how or why, but probably did know me. See, all I remember when I was younger was like reading like the Sweet Valley High books and things like that. So that's all I kind of, and that's not deemed as trashy, is it? Is that deemed as trashy? I don't know. I did like those books when I was younger. That's all I can remember, really. Right, the next one. Number 9. If you were a character in a shifter romance, which creature would you want you or your partner to shift into? I'm not answering that because I cannot think of an animal that with naughty stuff. It just blows my head. It's not got my head, not got any room for it. So I'm not going to answer that one. And lastly, this video is a nice short and sweet one. Tag some people, trash the trashy booktubers you know. Now, everyone that I know that doesn't mind reading trashy books has already done it. So number 1, I'm tagging my sister Charlie Brooke because this is a revenge for telling me that I read trashy books. You don't have to do it, Charlie, if you don't want to, but I have to get revenge because you were evil about my reading taste, and I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Now, someone that will take this in the sense of humour that it is Alex Black from Alex Black Reads. Alex is really fun, and they read very different books, so I think that would be quite fun. And then lastly, Marilyn Maya Mendoza. Now, I don't think she does read trashy books, but with her sense of humour, I think she would do a really fun job of doing this tag. So if you haven't done it, please do it, because I think it would be a really fun. I think you guys would be really funny at doing them. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, not subscribed, ring on my ding-a-ling, and I'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.